One of the craziest categories on Shopify that is growing super fast is products that help solve your pet's problems. So not just like dog toys, not just, dog vests, although those are products that in some ways do solve problems. I'm talking primarily about wellness problems. And in today's video, I want to dissect this brand called NutriPaw. That's a very popular brand amongst the direct-to-consumer entrepreneur crowd and marketing crowd, but I want to show it to the world and kind of dissect it through my lens. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ari and I'm an entrepreneur. I own a few different companies, from e-commerce to an agency to software, and from all those I see nearly 9 figures a year of meta ad spend for e-commerce brands, which sounds crazy, and it is kind of crazy actually, because when I started my business like 10 years ago, I was just trying to make a little bit of money on the side, and now I know so much. But long story short, I can tell you pretty accurately that this brand is completely crushing it. And I can view their traffic right here and tell you, they're getting about 400,000 monthly visitors. It's probably more than that. These traffic estimates are never entirely accurate, and it's mostly from the UK. But with that traffic, and based on the brand and everything I know about it and how many ads they run, they're probably doing anywhere from $2 to $3 million a month, which is amazing. Now, as you see, what the product is, this is one of their main products. They have a variety of products, all kinds of treats that have wellness benefits for your pets, but this is one of the main ones that they're advertising right now. It's called the 120 Tasty Treats for Itchy, Irritated, and Sensitive Skin. That's actually the name of the product, which is kind of interesting. That's one little thing that you can take away, is having a title for your product that just basically cleanly and simply explains what the product does is pretty smart. It helps people understand things very quickly. Now, interestingly, before you even get to the add to cart button, you can see a lot of really interesting information, and I really love that they have this, because it gives a lot of trust, right, to the brand, that they want to give you all this information right away. And a lot of people shopping for stuff for their pets, of course they want to make sure that this stuff is safe. They don't want to risk any problems with the products that they buy for their pets. And then if you go further down, they have a really beautiful bundle. So bundling on Shopify is a really smart thing to do, really, for any product. Of course, for consumable products it's even better, but even just for normal products, you should totally be doing this. I actually have a demo store here that I'm building that I want to show you, because it's not that hard to do this. I'll show you here on this one random product that I've been setting up, where you can set up bundles like this quite easily. The app that I'm using here is called Amos Bundle. Amos Bundle is a really beautiful app that allows you to do this on Shopify and really customize it very much like how these guys have done. There's obviously tons of bundle apps, but that's the one that I use on a variety of my stores right now. And the last thing about their add to cart button and buy box, that's what this section is called, is the buy box, right? That's what it's called on Amazon, but on Shopify we should just call it the same thing, right? This is the buy box, and the buy box is the most important section of your website when it comes to e-com. It's the most valuable real estate. But the last thing about it is that they have a subscription pre-enabled. Now, this is actually legal to do in the US as far as I know. So many huge brands do this, and I guess it is in the UK as well. And it's pretty smart, I'm not gonna lie, because especially for products like this, where if you have an amazing product, people probably do want to conveniently receive it every single month. And they're also giving away benefits for subscribing, which is pretty cool. Now, if we scroll further, besides the buy box, everything else, it's pretty standard Shopify stuff, right? They got some badges here, they got a description, collapsible tab, some nice badges, support year-round itching, calm and support dry skin, soothe scratching, chewing, and licking. So it just tells you everything that it does, how the all immunity treats can support your dog. Boom, boom, boom. You can add to cart right here. I like this button right here. This is a very nice button that they got. Then they got some videos, some ingredient stuff. So like I said, pretty standard, very beautifully done though. Don't get me wrong. This is actually beautiful, very branded. They have lots of buttons everywhere, which is pretty smart. Having more buttons on your lander actually does make people click more, especially for a product like this, right? Where, they have to kind of really sell it. There's a lot of things in your mind when you're going to buy something like this. It's not like buying, like some sort of like stationary product, like let's say like a little pencil holder or something, right? You don't really think about it too much. For this, you do think about it a lot. Now let's move on to their ads, because that's actually how I found the brand. I used GetHooked. Shout out to the GetHooked team. We have a lovely partnership between GetHooked and ShopeeLab, which is our learning platform. It's free to join. But on GetHooked, I was able to find this brand, and that's actually what made me want to make this video, because I saw one of the ads that they're running right now, which is entirely AI. So let's actually take a look at this because these guys are insane digital marketers. They run crazy meta ads, but this is one of their active ads right now, one of their winning ads, and it's 2 minutes long. We're not going to watch this whole thing, but I'm going to show you the hook and then I'm going to talk about this a little bit.
5 nutrients your itchy dog desperately needs but isn't getting from their kibble. As a vet with over a decade of experience, I've seen thousands of itchy dogs, but I also know how to stop it naturally and fast. First is probiotics, at least 2 billion live strains. They rebuild gut bacteria because 80% of your dog's immune system.
This is so cool. This is the kind of stuff that AI is making it just so easy to do. By the way, this is also an AI avatar. Like, I know because, like I said, I have an agency and we have some killers in there making incredible AI videos. So I know, you know, the kind of stuff that you can make with AI, and this is exactly it. So you can have these little avatars in the corner and then AI B-roll. And with AI, you can make these really cool animations that are just not easy to do otherwise. So let's continue here a little bit.
Lives in their gut. When the gut is imbalanced, their body overreacts to harmless things like dust, dirt, or pollen, causing chronic itching and inflammation. Second is
another thing to mention is the font. So they're using a very native font for this video. This is like a TikTok font.
Turmeric. Nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory. It blocks the pain path.
So yeah, these kind of VSL videos actually do extremely well because they're very value driven, right? So this is a valuable video that people are learning from it, especially pet owners. And then of course, towards the end, it's going to be like, oh, by the way, yeah, this product has all of these things that I mentioned and I strongly recommend it, etc. Right? So this is the ad copy that they're using. It's kind of long, but it's not that bad. Dog, moms, and dads, if your pup is still suffering, it's not your fault. You've changed their food, tried the probiotics, bought the allergy shampoos, yet the itching, policking, and red skin just keeps coming back. So it's really, really poking at the pain right there, but also kind of telling them, hey, it's not your fault that you're trying. Like, I like that. It's terms of endearment. I really like this kind of marketing, actually, as opposed to the opposite, which is like really preying on people's psychology. This stuff is very interesting, but personally, I don't really like that stuff too much. But they got a decent mix of videos, right? They got AI videos, they got real UGC videos like this, right? If your dog keeps jumping on others. Actually, this is AI too. So yeah, they're running a lot of these VSL ads. This one's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And you can see I've been breeding German Shepherds in Belgium, blah, blah, blah. So this is actually AI too. I can tell it is. So they're doing a ton of AI ads, but then they're doing a ton of static ads, a lot of offer ads. Very good stuff. Now, I do want to talk about a tool that can help you make videos like this. It's actually the Smart Reply Sora Bulk Video Generator. Now, Smart Reply, as you guys know, it's actually a comment automation software. So it does all your customer service for your e-com brand. It's pretty amazing. I'll show you here. I did a free report on this brand's comments, and they're not even responding to all the comments that they get, which is pretty wild. But what's interesting is that the developer for Smart Reply actually built in the Sora Bulk Video Generator. So you basically just put in your prompts, you upload a picture of your product, and then you can create bulk videos. I actually tried this out on a brand that I had, and it worked extremely well, as you see. Like,
I've been trying this new supplement called Tiger.
And as you see, it just works super well. So if you're a Smart Reply customer, you can use this for free. It's pretty crazy. But as you see, they're not just running a bunch of videos. They're also running a lot of static ads in which you can tell these are sort of targeted at people who already know about the brand, who maybe visited the store already, right? But have not actually pulled the trigger to buy yet. So they're saying, keep putting off trying NutriPaw. Well, today we have put some of our most loved subs on sale just for you. So they're very smart with their marketing. And by the way, you can put all of these kinds of ads into one campaign on Meta, and Meta will do the work at figuring out who to show it to. Like, if they should show it to people who have already visited the site or people that have viewed 3 of your ads but maybe haven't bought yet. So really your job these days is just making these kinds of ads and trying to get creative and using the data that I show you or data that you gather yourself in order to make better ads. My favorite way to make static ads right now is actually with draftpie.com. So this is a tool that my team built internally at the agency so that I could actually make more ads. I feel like I'm pretty creative, but I'm pretty tied down by not being a good editor, or just honestly, I just hate using Photoshop and all these things. And even Canva is not really that fun to use for me. So basically what I did here is I basically took one of their latest winning ads and I just copy and pasted it in here. This is the ad. And just to show you as a demo what this can do, then I just said to change the background to pink and change the dogs to different breeds. And this is what it came up with, which is pretty incredible. I mean, it's just amazing what AI can do. And I'm using this for product pictures as well. So that's really the main purpose, is to create really premium product images for any product, right? So I made these images, for example, for this product. These were made with DraftPie, but there's tools like Higgsfield, ARCADS. I mean, there's just so many different tools that you can try to make ads, but that's really your main job these days as an e-com store owner, It's just making content and material showcasing your product, right? Like sharing your ideas. That's about the simplest way to view it. Now, when it comes to actually launching a product like this, I would suggest testing out Supplyful, but the problem with Supplyful is a really awesome supplier for wellness products or supplements that you can just private label even without ordering inventory. So it's super nice for this lean e-com brand approach that I have and I like to follow. The only problem is they don't have pet products, but I'm pretty sure you could just contact them and get them to formulate something for you or work with you to find a supplier that can actually make a product like this for you and actually ship it for you too, which is super nice without having to order a ton of inventory. But there's a lot that we can learn from this brand, especially from their ad copy. You can see they're even doing a lot of stories. So this one is more of like a native story. It says, ever since my dog Rex was a puppy, he's had a sensitive tummy with frequent bouts of gas, bloating, and loose poop. Our quest to find the perfect diet for him seemed never ending. So they're trying to really, again, like poke at the pain and identify with it and try to make people feel better. And let's actually take a look at this one because this seems to be a different ad format that they're trying, right? So this one is a little bit different. Let's see.
Tear stains are a sign we're trained to... These reddish-brown tear stains are a sign we're trained to never ignore. If you've noticed that your dog almost always has tear stains around their eyes, it's not because they've just watched the latest drama on Netflix. Pair this with frequent poor licking.
Yeah, so you can see this is an AI ad as well. And you may not think it is because these guys are doing a smart thing, which is to edit the sections, right? So it's pretty much like 3-second clips that they're editing together, probably in CapCut or, you know, whatever editing tool. And then they just have the native TikTok text. So yeah, this is becoming extremely popular. And really, it's just the beginning when it comes to AI ads. You can see some of these top brands doing incredible things with their AI ads. And like I said, I really just think it's the beginning. And yeah, let me know what you think about this brand. Let me know if you know of any other interesting brands that I should explore. I love to hear you guys' suggestions. You can tell me in the comments, or you can join our Discord inside ShoppyLab. If you just go to shoppylab.ai and then you go to the bottom of the landing page here, you can join our Discord for free and you can access our platform for free. You can find suppliers here. You can use our calculators to determine how to price your products properly and engage with the community. It's super fun and it's just the beginning. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.